Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're having a nice weekend and hope you had an enjoyable Thanksgiving. We did. We were able to go to our son and daughter-in-law's and had a delicious Thanksgiving dinner and some real good family time. It was a very special day. I hope yours was too. I'm going to continue our series today with a little short video on a topic that I think is very important. Not saying that the others in the past haven't been important as well. That is, planning out my log home, and do I have the knowledge to do it? Do I have the finances to do it? Do I have the skills to do it? And such as that. But today I wanted to talk about, do I have the support to do it? That's very important as well, because if you're going to try to do a lot of the work yourself, it may be more than one person can do. So, do I have the support of help that I can pull off of to build my log home? When we built our first home, and we erected the logs ourselves, of course, in this one, we hired a contractor and a crew to come in and do it. But in the first one, the house was much smaller, and we was able to get the help of family and friends to come out and to help put up the logs and get the house ready for the contractor to come back and put the roof on. And then he turned it over to us, and we continued to work and had family to help us along the way. When the job was more than one man could do, I was able to pull on my father-in-law or brother-in-law. Brother-in-law built all the kitchen cabinets that was in it. And so we had a lot of outside support. So when you're considering building a log home yourself, there's a lot of labor in there that not just one person can do by themselves, but they need some help. Now, when I did the installation in the ceiling up there, you may have looked at an older video that Glenda posted showing how we got the installation up there. I would get up on the scaffold at the top, and we had a box on a rope, and then I would lower it down, and she'd put the insulation bats in there, and I'd draw it back up just like pulling a bucket out of a well, pull it up there on the third deck, lay them out until we got 6, and then I would put those 6 up in the rafters, and we'd do it again, and we'd do it again. And so I had her to help me with that. It was very important because I could not have done it by myself. Excuse me. So the idea is that as you consider building your log home, do you have the support that is necessary to finish the job? Or if you get into a situation that I can't do this by myself, then are you situated to where you can hire somebody to help you? And it may be just somebody that needs a job, but do you have support that you can pull off freely, or do you have support that you have to pay for? So consider that when you're looking, considering your log home build. Likewise, and very important, is do you have the support of your family? And primarily what I'm speaking of there is your spouse. Is your spouse supportive of you taking on a task like this? Now, my bride is, because we built one before. We were living in a mobile home right there beside it. And so she understood when we went into this what's involved, and she was willing to accept that and support me as we continue daily working on this house. So you need to have the support of your family, especially your spouse. If you've got children, if there are children that can help, hey, right there you are. You've got your support that you can pull off of them when you run into those situations that I need somebody to pick up the other end of this board, or I need somebody to pass me that hammer, or anything like that. If you've got old enough children, then put them to work. Be good for them. Let them have a little stake in this too, because probably one day it's going to turn it over to them anyway. So might as well have a piece of the pie. But yeah, your support from your family, especially your spouse, and knowing that I've got somebody that I can pick up the phone and call. See, when we did that other log house and we put those logs up ourselves, it took 5 Saturdays. So 5 Saturdays, family members and a couple friends had to donate their time and labor to me for an entire day of picking up logs, stacking them, nailing them in, and like that. And you know, in this day and time, we kind of like our own time to ourselves. And so to ask somebody to continuously help me for a month working on my house every Saturday, you may get it or you may not. Just depends. We kind of like our free time to ourselves. But anyway, that was the idea today. Do I have the support to build my own log home? And I'll footnote that with this as well. Do I have the patience? Does my family, my spouse, have the patience that's involved in doing this? Because it takes a lot of patience. If you're going to do it yourself, we've been working on this now for a little over a year since the logs hit the ground. And we've come a long way. And we sometimes get impatient. But we continue on. Yes, there's been many occasions during the past year that we kind of get impatient. We get impatient with ourselves. We get impatient with contractors. We get impatient. But, you know, we knew going into this what it was going to be like, and that's what I'm trying to help you do. If you're going to build a log house yourself, then take a look at all the past parts of this video and the other videos on the channel and see what's going on and what's involved, and make your own decision. But if you decide to do it, I wish you the best, and I'm sure you'll have great success. But in the meanwhile, if you subscribe to our channel, we're trying to get started up here. And if you ring that old cowbell in the corner there so you get notified when we do another video, we'll try to do a little more than what we have in the past. I try to keep up with at least one a week for our series here and how can I build my own log home. So thank you so much, and I appreciate your time and watching. You have a good day, and until next time, bye-bye.